Okay, today I am tying the shark's caddis larvae. This is the pattern that I use to catch roach so that I could then use the roach for bait for bass in this video. This pattern is a great beadhead caddis imitator. I found the pattern on Pinterest and I will put a link in the description. This pattern is also great for trout and many other species. I couldn't keep the bluegills off of this thing, so it's a great pattern and a good all-around pattern. So let's get started. In the vise, we have a size 14 Orvis scud hook with a 564 bead, and I've tied on already some 70 denier black UTC thread. And I've tied it all the way down to the, I started at the bead head and I tied down to the bend of the hook. The rest of the pattern is antron yarn for the body that's spun around in a dubbing loop. And the dubbing is light hare's mask. And I'll show you how that's done. And you tie that up about 3/4 of the way up and then just tie in some peacock herl. Okay, so we already tied in our thread. Next step is to put in the antron. So this is antron yarn. I have a cream colored. You can also use yellow. I believe the original pattern calls for yellow, and I've also simplified the pattern to make for a quicker tie. So what I'm going to do now is just tie this in. There we go, and we'll bring this back down again to the past the bend of the hook, and then I'm going to come back up a little bit, and I'll probably take about 2 inches and loop it back up this way. We'll secure that with a couple of wraps. And then I'm going to cut it off. And I'm going to wind up to about 3/4 of the way. Actually, I'm going to go a little further to give me more room. And we'll stay there. Now, this is my dubbing loop. I'm going to take some light hare's mask. Now, I'm making this quite sparse. When it's tied in, it's just meant to imitate the membranous portion of the caddis larva. So when it gets wet, it looks like webby membrane. So you really don't need that much. And you want these fibers perpendicular, so I'm just sliding them up to the end here. I mean, this part's really, you could fish this fly even without the fur in it, and it would just look like a beadhead caddis. So, less is probably more here. Okay, so we're done with that. Now I'm going to take my dubbing loop twister, if I can get it in there, and we'll spin it. You don't want to spin too much here. Usually what I do is I spin it till it just about buckles, and then I also pick some of these fibers out. Make it more sparse, especially if I see it's clumping. Take that out. Alright, we're starting to buckle. It's pretty good, just like that. So now I'm going to take my hackle pliers. Where are my hackle pliers? They're just here. Okay. I'll clip that off and take out our dubbing loop twister. to make these pretty parallel. You can see what I mean, how the fur gets, pick some of that out. I don't like to see too much of that. And you're probably going to wrap, right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're probably going to go maybe, I say about 6 to 7 times. In this case it was a little bit, I did 8. So I started lower. And I'm going to bring this back. And we'll tie that off. Securing wraps, and we'll snip it. Get behind the bead a little bit there. Let our peacock herl, let's do that. All right, so we're the final step before finishing the fly is take 3 peacock herl and we'll tie those in. Tie them in at the tips as usual. Let's do that there. Just trying to get these evened out. I got 3 peacock herl. And this is just like a those are nice and secure. I'm going to snip those. Twist them. Twist them in the direction that I'm tying. And usually to clip it and wrap. I like this thorax. This is the thorax. I like to tie this pretty bushy here, so got some generous wraps here. And we'll tie it off. And we'll whip finish. A little thread in there. I mean a little hair or a piece of fur there. There we go. Let's try that again. Whip finish. And that is your finished fly, the shark's caddis larvae. In this video I used it in the float and fly with a small homemade cork float and a little bit of split shot to just to hold the float on and give a little bit more weight, and it worked great. So give it a try. It's a good all-around fly, and was great for the golden shiners when I went hunting for bait. Thanks for watching. The odds are stacked against me today. We got bluebird skies, and it is close to the quarter moon, so it's probably the worst time. You know, I don't know if I'd say a cold front moved in, but still cold. So I'm not expecting much, but you're not gonna know unless you try, you know. So let's get to it. I'm throwing I got some hair jigs. I got a little this is a little lake fork with marabou jig head on it. It's like green. I have like an emerald green jig head with a marabou collar and the little lake fork black shad. Actually, I think I have that thing upside down. I gotta change that. Oh no, that's right. It's like that. And then I also got a bunny jig, black one. So I'm gonna start with that little bunny jig. See if they're still hitting them. They're not hitting shad yet, as far as I can tell. At least I haven't caught anything on shad. This little bunny jig, you just leave it. I'm gonna move in about 2 seconds. I want to go down that way. Snag the shad. That's what we're going for right there. I should have thrown them in there. Not what we're going for. Not what we're going for. That's what I'm seeing. Big schools of shad. Wow, that's a huge school. Look at that. There's another one. Snagging shad. How big these guys are. The color on that. Wow. I don't think they're bass that are going to eat that thing. Those are huge. Got them on the head and sonar. That's another shad. Oh no, there's a roach. Yeah. Alright, let's get that one. It's kind of big though. Kind of a big one. It's a little big. Little big there. Yeah, what the hell? Let's get the tank.
There's a fish. What is that? Is that a shad? I'm catching a shad on here. Can I use? No, that's a shiner. That's what I'm looking for. Golden shiner. It's big though. Oop. This is big for what I want. But we'll take them. Throw them in there. It's a hybrid. He's gonna freaking mess up my line though here. That is bait size. I could use him for bait, but I won't. So I can get that out. He took the wet fly. Maybe I will throw them in. We'll see. Put them in the bucket. Get another roach. Come on. There's one. It's another bluegill. Messing up my dropper. That's why I don't like doing a dropper. Okay. There's one. A roach. Yeah, it's another roach. That's good bait size. Again on the caddis, beadhead caddis. Oh, he's going in. That's a good size. We're not going to need too many more of those. Maybe one more. There's another one. They're in there. They're a little big. A little big. Another one. They're on the beadhead. They like that one. I'm gonna throw that sunny back. That's a big fish, whatever it is. That's another roach. It's a big fat one too. Big fat roach. Yeah, big fat roach. Look at this thing. Golden shiner. That's what the bass are hitting right now.
What is it?
There's one. That's too big. It's a sunny. It's a good fat bluegill there. Fat one, dang. Fat bluegill. All right. Again on the dropper. That fat bluegill. I'll have to do a tying video. Oh, there he goes. I get it underneath. Maybe the wind blew him under there. There's one. That's a roach. That's a good roach right there. Or is that a shad? Whatever. That's a good size roach. That would be perfect for bait. Yeah, this is a perfect size. I might throw him on the hook and throw him out there. Look at that. Yeah, that's perfect size for that. Good size.
When I throw that stuff in there, they come.